overweight. They come back with the ticket. Well, I had to follow them to the police station. I couldn't go nowhere, nothing, until somebody bailed me out of jail. I didn't have to sit in no cell or none of that, but you can't leave. They come back with the numbers. They want $14,000 on the spot.
What's going on, YouTube? Trucking Life here one more time, guys. Guys and gals and guys and gals. I got a special guest today, guys. You see this right here? This equipment right here? The man himself.
What's good, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Chilling. What's going on, bro?
All right, man. What's your handle? What people know you by, man?
Hot Ones.
Hot Ones?
Yeah, with Z's on the back, with the Z on the end.
Hot Ones. I be on the screen, guys, with Z's on the end.
I got a couple of songs on my channel, you know what I'm saying? Nothing serious.
Okay, that's you, or you got some other people on your channel?
It's me on there. I got a couple of songs on there, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, Hot Ones.
Hot Ones. All right, cool. Hot Ones. What you got going on here, man? What kind of equipment you got here? What we doing here?
We got some steel plates on here up under this tarp, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm about 40,000 on the deck.
40,000 up here, load total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could tell them how I want it loaded, you know what I'm saying? But I think the crane couldn't lift up. I would have put everything more closer in the belly. Belly loaded, but the crane couldn't go high enough in the air or whatever. So I got 3 stacks right here.
So what's the difference between putting everything in the middle versus how you got it now?
Because of your axle weights. You don't want to go outside of your axle weights.
When you say axle weights, what do you mean?
Well, you know the tandems is 34.
So you say the tandems is 34,
tandems is 34 everywhere you go. Well, except for Florida. Florida give you, I think they give you 22,000 per axle. It's on there.
Okay.
And my pusher axle, legally, without permits, most states give me 42,000 if I had all of them dropped on the ground.
42,000 for these 3 axles right here?
Yeah, legally.
Legally. So like how do you factor in how you distribute your load, like your load weight? Like when they loading your plates on that, like how do you?
Well, flatbed, you know what I'm saying? They want to know where the middle of your trailer is. You start from the middle and go on out. So you want to load your biggest piece in the middle, and then you tell them I want this right here on top of the light, and you tell them put the light stuff, and you should be good. You shouldn't even have to go to the casket.
So you say put the heavier stuff in the middle. In the middle, you find in the middle by the light right here.
Yes, sir. For
okay.
The 48. If it's a 53, it's different depending on where your axle's in the back sitting at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this frame down here like reinforced or something? All the way?
Yeah, this is a combo. So combo means aluminum deck, but the frame is steel.
Okay. So that this can hold the weight, all that weight sitting in the middle.
Yeah, so I can let me remember what this trailer rated for. But I could definitely put a little bit more weight than an all aluminum deck. I don't know the exact weight of this trailer, but yeah, it should be a little bit more heavier than an all aluminum.
Okay. Yeah. So they don't push you over. They don't push you over the limit.
Nah, I gotta. So when we book loads, I just tell them my empty weight and what I can haul on it. So since I got the heavy haul cab, it make me my empty weight is a little bit heavier than like a regular cab. So at the moment I'm just doing flatbed, but yeah, I had a low boy with 4 axles on it was 3 axles on the back with a flip axle, so I could run basically 20,000 pounds per axle for the most part.
Okay.
Illinois out here, Chicago, they giving us more weight than a lot of other states. You know, but it costs some money.
Yeah, like with permits, right?
Yeah, but for the most part, it's like 20,000 an axle. So I could still probably run a little heavy on this setup since I got the drop axle.
Okay. I see you got spread axles right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, how do that work as far as your weight distribution? Like, because I know.
Right, so since this is not 34, this is a 10-foot spread. I think it's like 10-1 or 10-2. But you basically measure from right here, from the middle of the hub to the back. It should be 10 feet 2 inches.
Middle of the hub to the back axle hub or the end of the trailer?
But you can measure it from the front. Wherever you measure it from, it got to be the same spot. So you can measure it from the front of the tire, but then it got to be on the front of the back tire. But you just go from the middle of the hub to the middle of that hub.
And that's like, is that like law regulated? It's like a rule you go by?
No, it's legal. That's the law. The law.
And so
if you run up in there and your spread ain't 10 feet, if you got 40,000 pounds back here and you run up in that scale, they gonna come outside and measure you with this roller. If that thing ain't 40, that thing ain't 10 feet, they gonna call you a tandem. But sometimes they'll give you certain weight depending on the spacing. But if you want 20,000 per axle, it gotta have that 10-foot spread. Well, some guys put the straps over the tarp. You know, I don't like putting my straps over the tarp because you'll beat the tarp up. The straps got the load rating on them.
Okay.
So when you go grab you a strap about the truck stop or something, you can even get some out of Home Depot. But I basically run with a flatbed shop. But it got the load rating on all the straps. So this one, I think it's 54 or 56. It's 54. It should be 54.
54 is
5,400
pounds.
Yeah.
Or per strap?
Per strap, yeah.
Okay. You guys have to have special training to run this type of equipment, or they train on the job training type of deal?
You should really have somebody showing you how to do this, because you can get in trouble with DOT real quick.
Okay.
Or you don't want nothing falling off of your trailer neither.
Okay.
Because even if you rode that truck, but that freight stay on that deck, you know, you're a little bit safer, man. Because they don't like that. That's a violation to not have enough securement.
So too much is not bad when it comes to this.
Right. You can never put too much.
Okay.
But you don't want to go under the law.
Okay.
They got it all in the DOT book or whatever, you know. That's the thing with flatbed. You gotta have all your own equipment.
So like all this is your wood right here?
Yeah, I bought these boards from Lowe's, I think. You put the truck straight on in there, they'll put it on your deck. Or sometimes I gotta leave my dunnage. That's what they call it, dunnage.
Okay.
Sometimes they want to keep it, but then they'll probably have some boards in the back that you can take.
Yeah.
They'll say, hey man, we got some good boards in the back, you can take them, you know. So
what you talking about? You say you talking about the customer?
Yeah, the customer. Sometimes they want to lift the whole thing off at once.
Okay.
And if they doing it like that, you can't get your boards back. But then they'll probably have some in the back, you know,
to replace the board they taking from you.
Exactly.
Okay.
I need to watch them toolboxes on the back because my doors fell off. And I'm pretty sure other guys that run, they know if you get the cheap, they know that they know it's cheap, and that is, man, somebody flagging me down like, hey, your door fell off, so I had to take all my stuff out of here.
Okay.
And put it up front.
When you say up front, you got another compartment up front that can handle all this? Or you talking about on a catwalk?
I got some toolboxes up front.
We'll check out the toolboxes, guys.
Yes, sir.
So is it safe to say, if you got a toolbox in the back or a box in the back, did you have at least two just in case something like that happens?
Yeah, get you some more storage. You're gonna need all the storage, man.
Okay.
So
this the toolbox right here?
Yeah, I got another one on the side. I keep my heavy haul chains in this.
Okay.
This side, these are 1-inch chains. These are 1-inch chains.
Okay. Now
or
1
half-inch chains. My bad.
The half-inch.
Half-inch. This maybe put the here go right here. This is it right there. Yeah.
Okay. So you got stuff right here too.
I keep my tarps.
Yeah, your tarps right here on the back of the
I keep my tarps up here. I just kept this strap right here that I ripped up You know.
That look heavy duty, man. That's that same one back here. Number
Yeah,
same one.
it's the same one, but this one is just a ratchet. So yeah.
Okay.
I gotta watch this right here because I knocked off my light on the other side because
Turning with that one over there.
yeah, the turning radius back here, man, it's a little tight.
Okay.
So
and I see you back here. I know some flatbeds usually have like a rack right here, but I see yours is on the back of the cab.
Some of those guys, they can take that rack off of the front. That's for those guys with the side kit.
Okay.
It's like walls on the side. They can take them off. And then I got a little bit of storage. I want another headache rack so I can hang my chains in here. They got a lot of different kind of headache racks.
Now she got light up there. Is that for oversized or for flatbed too?
That's my oversize. So when you're running oversize, they want those amber lights. They want them up front and they want them up top, and they need to be able to see them in the back. And they be wanting flags on the widest part of the load, things of that nature. Yeah.
Okay. So you got storage. You got a lot of storage on it. So that also all this stuff adds to the weight of your.
It does.
Truck.
So yeah, these tarps are like 80 pounds maybe. This one is my 4-foot. Those black ones are 6-footers. I don't have no 8-footers right now. And the one I got up here is actually a custom.
It's a custom tarp?
Yeah, because the regular tarps are like 25 feet long, I want to say.
Okay.
And I told them it's a spot out on the west side of Chicago. They'll add some inches on whatever you want. They can do them. So I got 10 feet added on, so I won't have to always use 2 tarps.
Okay.
So this load, it was a little longer, so I just busted out my long tarp. I only got to use 1 tarp.
All right, so I see you got a bigger Volvo here, but this is like not the average size Volvo. This is like a Volvo on steroids.
Yeah, I know y'all be getting on Volvos out here, but this Volvo definitely drag you going uphill, and I have 100,000 pounds on the deck. I will drag you.
Well, what's the what's the like specs? Do you know like the specs of it?
Well, yeah, it's right here. The D16. It's the biggest one they make. D16. I don't even know if they still make the D16, but yeah, big D16, 600 horsepower. I got 2050 torque, so I got the big clutch too. Okay. And the heaviest I've ever been with this was about 165K gross. I never pushed the button to see the actual mileage I was actually getting, but average heavy haul, you do a whole lot of deadheading, so you empty a lot. But my empty weight be like 52K if I had 8 axles with the RGN, and then plus if I'm hauling some machine that's 100,000 pounds, the average would be like 5 gallons a mile. Okay. But it's you got to factor in all that deadheading I do. Okay. And I'm doing that.
So that compensates for like when you're pulling a load, so you save on fuel right there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see this tire, man. This tire look freaking huge, man.
Yeah.
What kind of tire is this?
Yeah, I got the Firestone, man. 18 ply.
Man.
You feel me? I think this one is rated. These are rated for 9,000 pounds. It's somewhere on here, but
man, that make my tire look like a car tire. So, this thing is huge, man. Like, what's the width of that thing? Do it.
They go to get the size on it right there. 385, 65, 18 ply. So yeah, if it's 9, they'll give me 18K on the steer, and that's a myth. 12,000 pounds on the steer is a myth. Okay. And this is why, because you get the size of the tire is what DOT want to see. And I guarantee you on 14,500 on this steer right now, loaded, empty, I'm about 13.5, but right now 14.5. I'm going in the scale, no permits, and they gonna tell me I'm good to go.
And you don't have that other axle drop. You just got the spread.
No, right, no axle drop or none of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you got them lights right there for oversized, or they just regular lights?
Nah, those are just those are some fog lights my mechanic found. We put them on there because they look clean.
Okay.
But yeah, I got the lights on the grill.
Got a light right there. That's for oversize, overhaul.
Yeah, you need that for the
oversize. Oversize.
Yeah, you need that, man. You need that.
The one right here. One down there. You got another one up here.
I did get busted for having white lights on the front.
So you got busted for having white lights?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Had to be amber?
Can't have white flashing lights.
Has that be amber
They
only?
have to be amber. Yeah, and then they got some other regulations for like emergency vehicles. Can have like green or something like that, blue.
Okay.
But yeah, you want to stick with the amber.
Okay.
They gonna bump you with if you got white flashing lights. Man, you don't want to be taking too many cheap loads. I know people say what's cheap to you, this and that, but I mean you don't want to be running them for no dollar nothing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get in trouble when you need some work done on your truck. Last year, my radiator busted. Didn't know why. Went to a Volvo dealership. They just threw another radiator on it.
Okay.
I got back to Chicago, downtown, radiator busted same day. Ended up getting towed back to Volvo. They said my injectors and cups was bad. So I didn't get no warranty on that radiator. Had to buy another one.
So the injectors and cups was bad, which caused your radiator.
Yeah, too much pressure in the system, and I did see the reservoir on the overflow had all of the coolant over there.
Yeah.
So that's an indication. If you got too much coolant on that overflow, you might want to go get that checked out. The downside is when the market ain't doing good, man. That's why you need to still work. You need to save your money. Because right now it is bad and people are getting in trouble right now. They selling their equipment right now because they can't hang. So that's a downside to this. You gotta stay on top of your game. Like you can't be just taking trips and whenever you want, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So anybody out here just want to get out here and just jump out here and just throw their coins in the wind and ride out?
Don't do it. You might get in trouble.
Okay.
And that injector job with with them two radiators that was running about 15-20K. And yeah, I needed some help.
Wait, hold on. Say that again for people in the back, man. How much that?
It was about 15-20K, and the truck was down for 5 months. So even though you might have saved up 20K to fix your truck, the parts being on back order during COVID and things of that nature will be another culprit putting you down. So if your truck goes down, you want to be able to go do company driver or something like that too. Something to keep you afloat while your truck's sitting. Because trust me, it's gonna sit.
And you say you have to work on your bell housing too?
Yes, sir. The bell housing, right after we put that transmission back in, oil leaking. So if y'all ever see the bottom of your carriage looking greasy or anything, you might want to start looking at that bell housing, because when that go down, that's like the connection from the engine to the transmission, and that costed like another 15K. Plus the truck was down for 4-5 months again. So
there's a separate occasion from the injector cups.
Yeah, last year was the injectors and the cups and the radiator. This year was a whole nother situation. It costed another $20,000. Okay. That's why you don't want to be messing around with that cheap freight.
What the maintenance a year on this type of truck, man? What are you looking like? Just general maintenance, not extra stuff, just general maintenance.
General. A year, might be like 10K. I was running heavy haul through Chicago, and I got a little impatient because you know you put your dimensions in, you submit everything, you gotta wait on your permits. But I was like, man, whatever, I'm out of here. You know, they just gonna send it to me because you request the route and then they just send it back. So I'm like, I'm cool. Nope. Bensonville police officer pulled me over. Where's your permits? I don't got it. Follow me to the weigh station. They put me on the scale. I already knew I was like 130,000 pounds. So since I don't have my permit, they saying y'all do the math. I'm over 80,000, right? They say I'm that much overweight. They come back with the ticket. Well, I had to follow them to the police station. I couldn't go nowhere, nothing, until somebody bailed me out of jail. I didn't have to sit in no cell or none of that, but you can't leave. They come back with the numbers. They want $14,000. Like man, it was low key like a school tuition. The state of Illinois gave me a lesson on heavy haul, baby, that day. So yeah, I learned from that. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna do that no more. I learned a lot from a couple of heavy haul tickets I got overweight.
Okay, man, you drop facts, guys, man. Brother, I appreciate your time, man. Thanks as always.
All right, brother, appreciate you, man.
No problem, man. So, all right, YouTube, hope this video is helpful. Give you a little understanding what's going around here. So I'll see you guys next video. Peace.